Hi, I'm Jerry Blitz. I'm an instructor at AVTEC down in Seward, Alaska, which is a state-run trade school. I teach the power plant operation and maintenance and the bulk fuel storage facility operation and maintenance in an area we call rural energy. I've been teaching at AVTEC for nearly 20 years, at which time I can actually say I have probably taught nearly 1,000 students in different areas of the programs I have taught. Currently, we're standing in a powerhouse right now. This one is brand new, slated to be sent out to Clark's Point. It's very typical of the power plants used in the state. There are roughly 210 communities across the state of Alaska that are not on the rail belt, they're not on the power grid, so they have to supply their own power needs for residential, commercial, recreational. This is the heart of the community. In the power plant class we teach at AVTEC, we teach students how to operate, how to maintain these power plants to keep them in fairly pristine working order, which is very critical to any community. Primarily, the power plant operator classes, students attend the class. They're usually from the villages within interior Alaska because of the fact that they are not on a power grid system. So to be able to operate and properly operate and maintain the power plant, students come to AVTEC for 8 weeks to take the classes. Power plant operator 1, we focus primarily on the diesel engine side. Power plant operator 2, we focus more on the actual generator, and we do cover DC electrical theory, AC electrical theory, other things that are very pertinent to the proper operation and maintenance of a diesel power generator set. In Power Plant Operator 1, we do cover not only the construction and operation of the diesel engine, but how to maintain the particular systems. For instance, lubrication systems, fuel systems, cooling systems. They all do require periodic maintenance. Even some engines, like this one I'm leaning against right now, it actually has a belt-driven water pump. So every service interval, that belt, that water pump needs to be inspected. Probably the most challenging hands-on activity we do with the power plant operation is valve and injector adjustments. They are very critical to modern day diesel engines because of the construction of the cylinder head components on the diesel engine. It can be very challenging as well as very detrimental to perform properly for a typical diesel engine. With Power Plant Operator 2, we focus more on the generator set because they do also require servicing periodically. If you live in a dry, dusty area near large river systems where the silt in the air is very fine, at least once a year you need to vacuum out the generator set because they are cooled by moving air. Sometimes, we do need to replace diodes and other components within the generator set. So Power Plant Operator 2, we do get more into the electrical side of things. AVTEC does provide a 3-week advanced power plant operation class, in which case we get into more technical. With the Power Plant Operator 1 class and the Power Plant Operator 2, we kind of gloss the surface over. We do focus on core skills such as rethreading, basic electrical usage, being able to use multimeters, other measuring tools that are required to perform the routine maintenance on diesel power generator sets. Power plant operator or advanced power plant operator class, we focus more on cylinder head removal, water pump replacements, things that involve a little bit more tool usage, maybe a little bit more mechanical reasoning to perform the operation. To be a successful student in the power plant operator class, it's important to have an open mind. Be receptive to learning stuff. It's really good. Learning is fun. We do rely very heavily on resource usage. For instance, service manuals, manufacturer websites. Nowadays, diesel engines that are used in power plants are computer controlled. This is not rocket science, but it is very close to rocket science. So it's a good idea if you're going to attend classes at AVTEC in the power plant operation maintenance or bulk fuel, you do need to keep focused. For a successful power plant and power plant operator, for the whole thing to work, it's important that managers and administrative people alike know what is required of a power plant operator. It's not just a matter of turning a switch, getting things operating. A big part of power plant operation is monitoring, to look for problems that crop up. This is one of the reasons why, for instance, we do coolant and oil analysis on engines with typical service intervals, is because it gives us a head start if we have problems creeping up that may need to be addressed. Reading, math, and problem solving are probably three of the most important things a student can take away from the class. Math is important because we rely on mathematical models for everything, not only figuring out that 1 + 1 is 2, or that half of 1 is 1/2, but also if this part is here and this part is here and they're working, they should do this. Very key to being able to diagnose problems, which is a primary job with most power plant operation is you monitor operation of your powerhouse to be able to see that maybe we have a problem cropping up here that's going to need to be addressed. So math, reading, problem solving, they're three very detrimental skills to successful power plant operation. And we do cover in-house with each class, we do cover all of the required math skills that may be required or may be needed. Two of the most important positions in any community in rural Alaska is one, power plant operation, and two, bulk fuel storage operation. When the power goes out and it gets dark and cold, who they're going to be yelling at to get things operating again. So